We all know what it's like to have problems with your computer. It starts slowing up, won't respond to your commands, and you wonder what's happening. Well, imagine then suddenly getting a call out of the blue from software giant Microsoft, promising new downloadable software that will instantly solve all your problems. Sounds perfect, doesn't it? Only problem is, it's a fake. And for the fakers behind it, it's a lucrative business.
We found that about 1 in 5 of our customers had been contacted by this criminal scam. 1 in 100 of them had actually handed over money. If this had been a conventional marketing campaign for some legitimate purpose, that would be an exceptionally good score. But for a criminal campaign, it's obviously appalling.
Julie Quinn is a widow, bringing up her 2 children in Devon. Her computer hadn't been working well when she received a call.
I'd been reporting faults to Windows in the pop-up box that appears whenever there's an error. It seemed perfectly plausible to me that it was in fact a call back from the Windows people. He told me that his name was Jamie, but he had an Indian accent or Asian accent.
Damien Clark from Cardiff was also targeted by the software fakers.
I had a cold call from a man who claimed to be from Microsoft. He said, was I aware of the fact that my computer was full of viruses? I said I wasn't, and I was extremely alarmed at that particular point.
Claiming to be the software giant is key to the faker's success, but very concerning for the company itself.
These criminals are using Microsoft's brand and good name to defraud our customers of their hard-earned money. The criminals who are calling these customers make a claim that they have intimate knowledge of what's going on in your PC. Microsoft doesn't have access to that information.
Part of the reason that telesales calls are so effective is that the fakers direct the person they're calling to a website that appears to show a scan of their computer, revealing hidden viruses. Andy Auld is from the Serious Organised Crime Agency.
This is a fake presentation of what looks like legitimate antivirus software in operation. In reality, there's nothing there. All you're seeing is dire warnings, very frightening warnings.
It seemed to me to show a long list of errors and files that were all supposedly jamming up my hard drive. And so that was enough for me to just want him to sort the problem out.
Julie had been fooled by the all too plausible fakers. Damien was also convinced until the caller he was speaking to offered a suspicious discount.
First of all, it was a set fee to get rid of the viruses then, and then he offered the annual fee. I smelt a rat, and at that point decided that the conversation was at an end.
Julie wasn't so lucky.
I said that I would purchase the lifetime cover for £192.
Instead of finding her computer problems had been solved, Julie found they'd become worse.
That's when I found a legitimate computer PC technician, and he came round within a few hours, looked at my computer and said there is no sign of anything having been installed on your computer. The grim truth was dawning that I had been the victim of a scam, and I lost my £192. The people are fraudsters.
As a widow, Julie finds it hard to make ends meet and blames the man who cold called her.
I felt angry with him because I'm really struggling, financially to support the children, to give them as normal a life as if they had their father still here. And for him to just swindle me out of nearly £200 did make me feel angry.
Unlike Julie, Damien's computer was unaffected, but it didn't mean he'd escaped the fakers entirely.
Since the original phone call, We must have been contacted between 30 and 40 times. Of course, having had this once, I, generally speaking, put the phone down. Sometimes, depending upon my mood, I might tell them, no you're not, you're a criminal, and then put the phone down.
The Serious Organised Crime Agency's Andy Ord says that for some of the victims of the fakers, their problems might have only just begun.
Worst case scenario is you've actually paid the criminals to infect your computer with malicious software that's designed to steal your private information and leave your computer under the control of a criminal group. So they'll be stealing your bank account or your credit card details, basically. They can either use that information to commit fraud themselves, so they'll actually buy high-value goods online with your credit card information, or they'll sell your credit card details onto other criminals who specialise in that type of crime.
Happily, there is a simple way to protect your PC.
To avoid this type of problem completely, make sure your computer is up to date on its software, stay up to date, stay current, and most importantly, use a strong password and change it frequently.